Why are you afraid of the dark? 'Cause you are afraid of ghosts? Tim asked. Because I can't see anything, I replied, putting a dry smile on my face. Tim typed Dybbuk box on an eBay, and the screen was overloaded with a weird looking gothic like box, which looked scary as well as dirty at the same time. I muttered to myself, this guy will never let me sleep at peace anytime. Tim and I were college friends. He was my best buddy. It was a mid-December evening, and we were sitting near my hall's fireplace with the laptop searching for a best deal PlayStation Online when his timid mind bumped into this strange obsession for haunted objects. He described to me that a Dybbuk box is supposed to be a cursed box with a wicked restless spirit or demon trapped inside it. If we ever try to open the box, it will create massive panic in the household, including bad health, nightmares, and even death of a person. He just finished his statement when he laughed at me hysterically as I started staring at him like a small kid who would love listening to bedtime stories. I regained my senses and smirked at him. All nonsense. I ignored. He then said that if I'm okay with this nonsense, then we could buy one and check how the scam is doing in this part of the city. I did not show him my dissent toward the purchase, as I did not want myself to act like a pussy in front of him. The box arrived next day. It was a cold Sunday evening, and Tim left the home just before the parcel arrived. I kept it aside on the table and gave him a call. Tim, the box has arrived. Where are you? Can you return back so that we can open it together? Tim was excited to hear that, but told he was almost halfway to his home and tomorrow he has to leave for the office early, so told me to wait till the next weekend. I'm staying here as a bachelor and have to handle my own household chores. I completed my dinner and started to read a novel. I sat on the couch and felt drowsy when my eyes struck at the parcel. It was a medium-sized box. I was wondering, what can it be? How can a ghost-captured box be sold in online marketplaces? I laughed to myself and again sunk myself in the book. I was not able to continue reading as a strong urge to see its content was driving me nuts. I stood up and approached the parcel. I tore open the plastic cover and saw an old-looking box with the lock being sealed with layers of wax. I felt butterflies in my stomach when I thought to break open the seal of the box. I gained my entire courage and started scraping off the wax with a knife to open the seal. After removing the wax from the lock, I thought of opening it at one go, but I wanted to check once with the EMF reader to check if I get any readings. I pushed the EMF button and started scanning the entire box. Held it on the left side, no reading. Down and up, still no reading. Right also, no. Bullshit. This is some cheap marketing, I thought. As I was about to give up, I got some strong beeps from one edge of the box. My eyes were startled. I tried to scan all over the box again, and now it's coming from the bottom of the box. My throat became dry. I gulped once. This could be a defect in this EMF device. I opened the box. It felt like I smelled some dozens of raw eggs mixed with the smell of rotten animal carcass. I immediately closed the lid. Then, slowly I opened it again and saw the strange contents. It boxed two 1920s pennies, a lock of blonde hair bound with a cord, a small statue engraved with the Hebrew word shalom, a torn cloth fabric, a small golden wine goblet, one dried rosebud, and a single candle holder with 4 octopus-shaped legs. Suddenly, like a hiccup, I could hear the sound of the running tap water from the washroom. I am the lone living person in my apartment, so by no chance it could be anyone else. I rushed to the washroom and saw it was open. After closing the tap, I came again and sat with the mobile internet to get some details of this box. Strange, weird stories of the demon Dybbuk possessing human body and using it as a container of devil and all such things gave me goosebumps. I was trying to call Tim to confess that I broke his trust by opening the box in his absence, and how sorry I am for my deeds. But Tim was on another call, I guess. After an hour, I was feeling tired and sleepy and retired to my bed. Few minutes or hours passed by,
and I don't know if I was dreaming or not, that I heard an unclear murmur in my ears. Suddenly, I opened my eyes. The room was dark, and the faint road lamps were just illuminating my bedroom. I slept off again. I was not feeling comfortable. I felt someone is pressing my belly, or some heavy object is put onto my stomach. I changed sides a couple of times. Still, I felt uncomfortable, an uneasiness that is disturbing me. I thought of drinking a glass of water. The moment I opened my eyes to get up, my heart felt like it would burst open with a loud thump. What is this? A man, or a creature to be precise, is sitting on my belly and gaping at me with a wicked grin on the face. The face was that of the size of a normal human. Its height was almost 2 feet, the eyes popping out of the skull socket, and it put its small rough hands on my chest as a support. For a moment I thought I will die now. I could not feel my body. It became numb, and I was not even able to move an inch. I closed my eyes at the very moment and wanted to shout out at the top of my lungs, but I would rather hold my breath firmly. The muttering continued. Few minutes passed, and I felt the heavy weight pressing over my body was gone. I slowly gained my confidence and opened my eyes as soon as I could, and ran to the door, unlocked it, entered the hall room, and as I was about to open my main door, I could feel the chill that ran down my spine. A small, black entity ran inside the kitchen. The shape resembled that of the demonic figure who was pressing on my chest a few moments back. I gained my entire strength and shouted out loud and ran out of my house. I locked it from outside and drove to Tim's house in the middle of the night. Tim was startled to see me that time. I realized that I was only in my boxer when Tim pointed me out. I described the entire horror episode that happened to me that night. I stayed that night at his place. Early morning, after having a strong cup of latte, we both headed towards my home. After opening the door, we discovered that most of my items were displaced from the original place. All the glass plates in the kitchen was lying shattered and scattered on the ground. It's been a couple of months that I've moved to a different house a few blocks away. I think whatever it was there that day now moved away from my life. I sleep peacefully at night nowadays, or maybe I can't.
Please subscribe and like my channel to never miss a video update from Sunday Horror.